Grizzly beer reviews. Today I'm going to look at another SweetWater beer. This is their 15th anniversary. They're from Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. I know they're from Georgia. I don't know if it's... Yeah, it's Atlanta, Georgia. They started in 1997. And this is based off of one of their original beer recipes. They did an ESB a long time ago. It was one of their first beers they put out was an ESB. And they went back to that original recipe and just kind of doubled it or imperialized it or whatever. And they said it kicked it up into barley wine area. They said it's a lot more like a barley wine or an old ale. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. But we'll see. They do on a lot of their special releases. They do some really big hoppy, really nice hoppy beers. So we'll see if this is like that. Alright, I forgot to look and see what the ABV was. 10%. 10% ABV. 70 IBUs. Alright, well it's very, very hazy. Amber, copper, burnt orange kind of color. With a really nice, tight, off-white head on there. There's actually not a whole lot coming through aroma-wise. There's a, just like a kind of a caramely malt. Caramely and biscuity malt coming through. Not a whole lot more than that though. So let's see how it tastes. That's really good. It's definitely a, I'd say it's more like an old ale than like a barley wine. There's really big caramely malts coming through. That's the main thing that's coming through. Really big caramel, burnt sugar, toffee kind of flavored malts that linger really nicely. And there's also like a the hoppiness I'd say was more like an herbal, spicy hop. I can definitely see how this was originally an ESB, because ESBs have kind of like that, just that herbal hop with the with like some bready, caramely malts, with a little bit of that bitter spiciness to it, and this definitely has all those aspects just amplified. That's really nice though. The 10%'s not coming through at all. Yeah, there's some really good flavors coming in. But I just took this out of the refrigerator, so I'm going to let it warm up and breathe for a little while and come back and see how it does later on. So. Okay, so I gave it some time to warm up, and as it has, there's still definitely that burnt sugar, caramely kind of flavors, but there's at the beginning there's more of a fruitiness coming through, a really nice sweet, juicy red apple kind of flavor, maybe some like dark berries kind of coming through as well, and possibly some citrusy notes in there mixed together with that. But at the beginning it almost tastes like it's going to be harsh. There's like that big sweetness, almost tartness that comes through, but then there's like that caramel and that burnt sugar and the toastiness comes through with the malts. It definitely has like a sticky mouthfeel to it, but I'd say it has a good amount of carbonation, has a good thickness to it, and a very nice aftertaste too. But yeah, overall I'd say this beer is good. It's not as big and out there as I thought it was going to be, just because, like I said, sometimes their special releases tend to be pretty strange or just really big. But this is pretty mellow for what I was expecting, but it's really good. I like it. It's really enjoyable. It's definitely a good winter beer, a good beer to drink around a fire kind of atmosphere. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I think it was a good release for them. That's the SweetWater 15th anniversary. They don't really have a description for what the beer is, but they say it's pretty much just an amplified ESB, so we'll go with that. But thanks for coming back for another episode of Grizzly Beer Reviews. Come back for more. This has been a good beer.